or God chooses you, you know, because many are called, few are chosen. You know, it's bigger than yourself.
It's way bigger than yourself.
Bigger than yourself.
Way bigger, and it's supposed to be, right? Yeah. And I think that's what fuels purpose right there. Is when a man discovers what it is he's been called to do, nothing else matters. That is what's going to bring him joy right there. Mm-hmm. You know, and we also said before too, you know, some people are chosen, you know, and it's time to move, you know.
It's time to move.
And I truly believe the day that I decided that I couldn't do it no more, it was not me. That was God, man, today, bro. Because I remember looking at my situation. We was staying in a building not much bigger than this room, and I was sleeping on the floor at the time. And I just looked, I said, man, I can't do this no more. Mm-hmm. You know, that wasn't me. That was not Jamie's best thinking. That was God saying, it's time to move, son. And I took the advice of a police officer, actually, who had offered me help. He asked me, he said, man, you ever considered getting some help? And never did, you know. And God, I could only imagine how many attempts God had made, because we also talked about how God uses people, right?
Yeah.
How many times he had tried to reach me through other people, and I'm just like, nah, I just wasn't ready, you know. But I remember that police officer offering that help, and I got straight on my bike and rode around for about an hour and a half looking for this guy. And when I found this cat, I rode up on him, and I was like, yo, man, that help you was talking about, is it still staying? He's like, absolutely. And it took me about 2.5 weeks to get from that point to get to treatment, but we made it happen. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Hey,
yes, sir.
Shout out to the police who reached out. You know what, man? They got a lot of people who try to bash the police, try to come against. Listen, man, you don't ever look at a whole group of people and judge them.
That's right.
As being just because you might have 1 or 2 bad apples. Don't ever. That's the biggest mistake that you could ever make.
Oh yeah.
You know, you got people who look at people who used drugs before, people who was in prison before, and look at them like, you know what? They're the crap of society. We're better than them because we never. Oh, you're a felon. You never. No. What? Listen, man. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. Some people might make some that seem a little worse than others, but still, at the same time, it doesn't mean that's who they are forever. People change in life. People get better in life, you know? And the biggest mistake is to be like, you know, I'm going to group everybody in this one bunch as that. Because you know what? God could call anybody, anytime.
You never know.
To do something great.
It could be you next. You never know.
It could be you.
Yep.
God could be calling you right now. You could be looking at this video right now, and you can have that inkling in your heart, and this seed is planted. God does the increase, and next thing you know what? That change comes.
Let's go.
And next thing you know, they touching their